Yeah, we're on the last map. We're just going to go over here and visit Mill C and the Kraft Mill. First off, this is a really rare shot, again from George. This is leaving Mill B, which is behind us over here somewhere, and coming up onto the approach onto the GN-owned track. That's how the NP, if they exited town to the north, they were on GN track up to Cruise Junction, where they got back on their tracks. This is called Delta Junction, and this is the GN track going off on its way down here. And they had their own Y where they could go down Bayside or head down to Delta Yard.
Is that connection still there?
Yes. That connection's still there, I think, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. It's all off limits. They've got a big security gate and everything. You can't get very close. First signals we've seen. And the Delta Junction station's actually on the bridge. I'll show you another photo of it, but that was it there hanging off the bridge. There it is from 1990. That's closed now. They don't use it, but I imagine it was an awfully noisy place to work as trains came lumbering over the bridge.
Yeah, it was. I was there once.
Yeah, you visited there, Dan. But then this is the Kraft Mill here. Mill C is here, where Larry worked those summers, here. And then the Kraft Mill is here. This is the big drying shed building. I'll be writing about this in an upcoming article, but they had sealed doors, so they could push cars in here to load them, but part of making pulp was keeping things at temperature, so they would open the doors and shove the cars in and then close the doors. And these are big vats here, settling tanks, I think. And this is, I believe, when it's still being built. If we zoom in here, I don't think every one of these tanks is done yet. Yeah, they're not done yet. The middle one's mostly done. But they had temporary rail in here and this was all taken out later as they were building. Oh yeah, you can clearly see it's not done because they've just got superstructure here. But they removed all these rails later. It was just for the construction. You can see Mill C a little better here. And you can see the 30-inch gauge railroad here. It actually came up this way and went underneath the tracks to the bridge. And then the NP main track went through here down to the log dump over here. So we take a look from kind of the other way. Now we're looking east. No, sorry. We're looking northeast. We were looking across here before. This is a bit later. Those are in operation now. And I think the temporary tracks have been removed at this point. But you can see coming down, let's see, Delta Junction and the station's right here. Come across. If you're on the GN, you come straight across, and then you go into a Y. You turn this way to go to Bayside, turn this way to go to Delta Yard. If you're the NP, you get off here and get onto the NP main track and go down. And you can sort of see the 30-inch gauge line buried here. It's a little easier to see in another photo. So this is the conveyor bringing logs into the mill for Mill C, I assume, Larry. Is that what we're looking at there?
Yes.
Right. And you worked out here on the green chain, right?
That was it.
That's where you were sorting the freshly milled lumber.
That's where I decided to go to college.
That's, yeah. This was actually known as the college reinforcement program, I believe, wasn't it?
It was effective.
It was effective. Yeah. You found out you had muscles you didn't know you had, didn't you? Yeah. And you can see the conveyor coming over from Mill B. As I mentioned, it goes on forever. Comes across here.
I worked in the landfill.
Did you? Oh, I need to talk to you about that. Yeah. And then you've got the log dump down here somewhere. I think it's around the corner maybe, or maybe right here. I can't remember.
Are those storage silos for chips?
Yeah, these guys here. And then this is looking northeast, back towards Mill B over here. This is while construction is still happening because the temporary rails are still in. See the green chain that Larry worked on and Mill C. And you can sort of see the 30-inch gauge line here going underneath the trestle. I don't know why this thing keeps cutting out on me. Going through here and then on its way back to Mill B. And here you got the NP getting on the trestle there. And this is more here. You can see those storage units better here before they're in operation because the doors are open at the bottom. This is looking at it just kind of from the riverside. Yeah, that would be chips. See the end of the conveyor there. Door open on this end. This is where they had the cars getting loaded with pulp inside. Green chain. You can see the conveyor going all the way back to Mill B here. Okay, well, that is the end to the formal part of my presentation. I can take questions. Thank you.